So good.
What makes Ape Escape so good? Do people even remember this game? Recently, I've been on a kick of remembering some of the best games I used to play when I was younger. And in my nostalgia-fueled conquest to relive my youngin' days, I came across Ape Escape 2 on the PS4 Play Store. Needless to say, I downloaded the game and recently leapt back into it. And what can I say? These games are really simple fun. On the surface, these games are just another classic 3D platformer. Cool, vibrant graphics bring life to Ape Escape's signature universe, and wonderfully pun-tastic and characterized chimps add levity and challenge to the game. That, coupled with solid controls and classic platforming techs like the double jump, put Ape Escape on level ground with some of the best platformers ever created in my opinion. However, despite this simple surface layer of classic tried-and-true platforming tropes, beneath Ape Escape lies a level of complexity that truly sets this game apart from other platformers, and that complexity revolves around the way the game progresses, aka the monkeys. But in order to discuss how Ape Escape is different from other platformers, and thus why it's so good, first we need to discuss the genre of platforming. See, most platformers are essentially fancy puzzle games. The objective almost always relies around the player needing to get their in-game avatar to some kind of pre-designated location or checkpoint. These objectives are almost always static, meaning they don't move. Things like Mario and his dangerous addiction to stars, or Banjo and Kazooie needing to rescue the sweet Teletubby-esque Jinjos. You start here, and you win the level by getting Mario to the flagpole, but you super win the level if you can get Mario to the flagpole after you've collected the special stars or coins or whatever it is that Mario is fiending for. They are basically digital versions of those real-life 3D puzzles where you need to navigate the ball through the puzzle and get it into the bucket. Yahoo! In platformers, the challenge comes from the limited controls a player must skillfully use to pass through obstacles on their way to the level objective, whether they be enemies in the form of Goombas or hazards in the form of spikes. Conversely, they could even be non-hazardous obstacles like a ledge that's too high to reach without the help of a technical skill like a double jump or wall jump. For most platformers, this gameplay cycle is fun and can be infinitely fresh so long as technical skills in the game work reliably and new locations with different obstacles, enemies, or challenges are introduced. Numerous gameplay mechanics and gimmicks have been introduced over the years to keep this cycle fresh. Things like Mario's new Cappy ability give the player access to new skills and technical abilities that allow them to solve new puzzles that wouldn't have been previously solvable without said new abilities. But it was Ape Escape that in my opinion had the best gimmick of all platformers in the era of 2000s gaming. And this finally takes us back to the apes of the Ape Escape franchise. See, the game is based around capturing monkeys, and while getting to these little monkeys can require some big brain gamer moments, getting to them is only half of the battle. Because as is made painfully clear, these monkeys fucking hate you. They will do everything in their power to prevent you from catching them. These monkeys want to preserve their malicious sentience through any means. Which means that in this game, when you climb up a pole, jump across an obstacle, smash an enemy and hit the switch sending a monkey flying through the air and into the room you're in, you still have to actually catch them. And this is arguably one of the most challenging aspects of this game. Rather than having these monkeys be static objectives like the Jinjos of Banjo and Kazooie or the stars of Super Mario, the apes of Ape Escape are energized, crazy-ass bitches, and I've spent more time trying to catch most of them than I did solving whatever puzzle or obstacle I needed to get to them in the first place. While these little guys can be annoying as hell, this gimmick of hostile moving objectives that are constantly trying to evade you makes the gameplay intrinsically different from most platformers, and it's insanely addicting. The fact that you can't just shoot your objective or jump on its head, but instead need to capture it in your net, makes the game challenging. There are so many different ways to tackle the challenges the game presents, and capturing a monkey that was particularly pesky can physically make a player leap out of their seat and exclaim in excitement. At least it did for me. And if you couple this interesting gimmick with all of the other facets that make platformers fun, you've got yourself a dynamite franchise that is hilarious, pretty to look at, and obscenely fun to play. It's sad that this franchise is seemingly on pause. I know that a new game had been teased years ago, but developers seem reluctant to give fans what they really want. AKA another bona fide Ape Escape game and not some artificial spin-off made just to bank off the franchise's aesthetic appeal. And look, I know these games are definitely PG and made for little kids, but that doesn't mean newer generations should be robbed of a solid game franchise, and hell, I played Ape Escape 2 a couple days ago, and it was fun. I would definitely play a modern Ape Escape game, especially with new controls and better graphics. That being said, a couple cryptic tweets from a mysterious Twitter account have shot lifeblood into rumors of the possibility of a brand new Ape Escape game, or at least a remaster. Unless the picture is supposed to be a live-action movie, in which case, please don't do that, please. Anyways, that's my piece on why I always loved these games. Thank you so much for watching. With that, I will leave you with my classic reminder to go out there and keep on loving good stuff.